Hello and welcome to another day where I connect to some very important people who reside in heaven, and that includes Jesus and Mother Mary and some of the saints and of course God. And he has been speaking to me lately and telling me that he will be coming more regularly through on these videos to talk, because he feels that he has a lot of important words to share with us, and so I feel that's quite exciting. Anyway, he's here and he's just standing by me, and I'm asking if we can connect. And he's saying to me that he is extremely excited about these videos, and he feels that these videos are so important because it gives him and many of the others in his world an ability to connect to your world. And he feels that this is something that he really wants. He wants a stronger connection. And he's saying that he feels that what he's done, he's saying, is that there are people within his world that have been allocated to people in our world, and he's saying that he is insistent that there is more of a closeness between the two worlds. And he's saying to me that although up until now there has been sort of like this distance between the two worlds, and we are unaware of what he is doing and what's happening, and we just have to rely on faith in our hearts and an understanding that this must be. But what he's saying is that now I can show you that this is real, this is true, and this is what his intention is. He says he has so many plans that he wishes to share with you about what he's going to be doing in our world over the coming months and the coming years. He says to me that first of all, that he must have more of a transparency, and he wants people to really embrace and understand his existence and the existence of all the people that reside closely to him. But in addition to that, he feels that the only way that can be done is if people are able to step forward from his world and communicate with you. And he says, so this will happen. You will hear from our world. The veil has been dropped, and he says that from now on people will be getting situations where they can't explain it, or they might hear a voice, or they might see something, but don't be alarmed. He says, don't be alarmed, because this is just our world attempting to communicate and show you that we all exist and we are all alive and real, including myself, he says. The other thing that he feels is so important, and he wants to sort of really stress this importance, is that the only way that people can turn to him and really understand that he truly is a good God and truly is wanting to help all of mankind, he feels, is if he shows people an example of what he is capable of. And this is why he has decided that there will be 3 miracles that take place before the end of this year. And he has allocated these miracles one by one, and he wants people to look out for these miracles, because they are going to happen, and they will be happening by the end of this year. In addition to this, he wants to assure you that there are people that it's not part of the plan where they are sick and where they are ill. And for those people, he wishes to bring around full health. He wants to bring them back to a more sort of better way of living, and be more happier in their lives. one of his greatest concerns is what he is observing in our world, is the changes in sort of mental health. And he says to me that he wishes for much of this to be eradicated, and he feels that we deserve as a race, as mankind, to be uplifted and to be happier in our lives. And the reason why he wants this, and he feels so passionate about this, is that he wishes for mankind to almost elevate themselves to a new level, to a new way of thinking and being more spiritually minded. And he, in his opinion, feels that this is the only way, that you have to have this transparency and this examples of his world to show you that he is true, and that to bring you to the understanding that we as a nation, that we as a world, we as a mankind have to embrace his world and be more spiritually minded. He says that when somebody comes to the idea of being more spiritually minded, it always gives him a warm heart and a glow, that he feels that the person that is coming to his world in that way shows to him that they have goodness in their heart and they have love in their heart. Because to be spiritually minded and to be connected to his world in this way can only come from the heart. And this is where he wants to show people, so important, that if we can exist from our hearts and have love in our hearts and grow within our hearts, then we will be closer to God than we ever could possibly think. He thanks you for listening to his words, and wants to say again that he is so excited to be able to speak these words. And he draws my hands together and he prays. It is my deepest wish that all of mankind is able to see my world, to understand that we are there every step of the way to guide you, to support you and help you in all the difficulties and the nuances of life. I personally will seek out any human soul that wishes to call upon my name and give themselves to our world, for me to see somebody that has turned their lives around and become a spiritual being is the greatest gift that I could be bestowed upon. I thank you, all of mankind, for your existence and your love that you share with each other and myself. Amen. Well, I think what's so interesting about that is his passion. He is showing great passion about what he wants, that he wants people to really understand his world, and he's doing everything to make that happen, which is he's just adorable. In my opinion, he's just adorable, and it's a real pleasure to have this connection with him, and I hope that you enjoy it too. And if you do, don't forget to subscribe so that you can watch future videos and always be notified. Press that little bell as well. Okay, see you tomorrow. Goodbye.